Thank you for tuning in to Miss Tracy and Clarity today. Today we will be giving the rapper Young Dolph his verbal flowers. He inspired today's episode. Young Dolph passed on November 17, 2021 due to an ambush at the age of 36 years old. I became a fan after watching him on The Breakfast Club on YouTube. He touched my heart because he stated both of his parents were cocaine addicts and he still became a success. He was truly a self-made man. You have to recognize when God has his hand on people. His testimony was powerful. He could have become an everyday statistic and blamed his parents for everything wrong in his life. He became someone known in his own right. His rap career didn't have a long span. He made a big name for himself within 11 years. He had a couple of rap beefs. The beef with Yo Gotti seemed a bit extreme. Their beef made the headlines a few times. Through it all, Young Dolph landed on his feet. My personal favorite album from him is Rich Slave. My number one is To Be Honest. I was at work on my last break, scanning my phone as usual, and the headline stating Young Dolph had been fatally murdered popped up on my screen. I was stunned. It was around 3:15 p.m. and I'm actually reading about this young man's murder. I listen to his music all the time. Young Dolph, Nipsey Hussle, and Snooty Wild. Those were moments that literally stopped me in my tracks. They all three had made an impact on me before passing. Like I said, real recognize real. I know real music when I hear it. What did they all have in common though? Don't take me wrong in any way. I didn't see the growth in any of them. I loved Young Dolph, yet he kept walking around with his pants sagging. Nipsey and Snooty, same thing. They were all dads. I have 2 grown males coming up on my own watch. My baby boy don't sag, yet my oldest does. I've lost him to the gang life. I hate this sagging culture. I always have. I was in high school when boys started all that mess. I ain't like it then. You can't approach me sagging. It's an automatic no for me. Yet, Young Dolph, Nip, and Snooty had sweethearts. They were like most of us, chasing those dollar signs. Every day was a grind. There's a bigger picture I'm wanting you to look at. That $1 million picture is this. We have to grow up. We have to mature. We have to change. Let God have his way. I know those statements might have stepped on some toes. Yet these are the things that need to be said and addressed. I respect their individual journeys. I respect they found their way out the crowd barrel somewhat. They figured it out before me and at a younger age. Yet we all know they left this earth too damn early. Don't bother asking why. We who are alive and remain know why. God keeps those that want to be kept. I'm not saying these young men didn't want to be kept, yet there were checkpoints with God that got missed. Listen, this sister knows she's on borrowed time. I've had 4 guns on me in my own journey, and I'm a female. That last checkpoint for me was on August 2nd, 2005. My boyfriend at the time took custody of his 2 daughters, and we had them for 2 months straight. His baby mama just got stressed out. My household went from 3 kids to 5 kids, and I was 28 years old. Is this my life right now? I was in love, so I hung in there with him. It wasn't his fault his baby mama flipped out. I rocked it as any woman in love would do. One random day, the baby mama shows up at my front door after 2 months of not seeing him with her mom's new boo. Yeah, her mom's boyfriend. She got 1 gun and he had 2. That's a true story. We got love and hip hop ignorant. I admit it and quit it. You trying to punk me out at my own house after taking care of mine and yours. Baby girl, you got me jacked up. As long as we argued, the trigger word for her was when I called her a bitch. I remember she pulled the gun, aimed it at me, and her face looked so puzzled. She was trying to pull the trigger, but it didn't shoot. When they say death is like slow motion, that's exactly what they mean. I had a gun in arm's reach, but I wanted to see what she was going to do first. The first 3 attempts on my life weren't like slow motion, but I could feel a dark presence. I felt danger. Our argument ceased somehow. I know God shielded me. If I wasn't saved, I probably would have left Earth that day. Did I learn anything from the incident? Of course. I changed after that event. I had been saved 5 years at that point, so I was still a youngin' in the Lord. I came out of that relationship and got back on track with the Lord. You have to pay attention to those checkpoints and know when God trying to get a hold of you. The Tupac Resurrection movie was priceless. Whoever put that together was God-given. It was like watching Tupac narrate his whole life, yet within the movie, there were 3 checkpoints Tupac missed. And where is he at? Exactly. He had a heart of gold, but he was hard-headed. Take me right. I'm not judging these people. I am and will always be a fan of them all. Yet the truth is the truth. They could have still been here had they known when to change, how to change, how to grow up, how to mature. You can't and won't live that rock star life your whole life. One day you have to put those blunts up. One day you could take one less drink. One day you can just make the $1 million decision to be the man or woman of God He called you to be. Why? Because there's a bigger picture to your life. These kids are checking out too damn early, and we older people know it. I'm not going to play crazy for none of y'all. The $1 million answer is this. Dear heart, know when to change. When you know better, you do better. Period. Godspeed.